guys, Captain Foley here, and welcome back to another Eaglemoss product review. I've got some of these Star Trek Universe ships, some Picard ships, and we're going to be taking a look at those right now. Well, one today specifically. And we'll start off with the hero ship, for better or for worse. We got the LaSirena here. And I gotta say, the boxes for these are really nice. Eaglemoss keeps upping their box game as far as I'm concerned. I do like the little cutout here with the different ships. Great shot of the ship on it. Like I said, these are display pieces on their own, so if you don't have room to display both the box and the ship and you just want to keep them in the box, you can display them on a shelf. There's different, you can put it like that. You got a nice shot of the ship here, 3/4 view with Star Trek Picard. On the side for easy referencing, if you do want to store the boxes, you've got the name of the ship there, which is also super great. Other side, same thing, so depending how you want to store them. And then on the other side, you've got another option with Picard, the name of the ship, and then the fleet there. Bottom of the box is the same type of thing, the legal stuff, hero collector, UPC code, and collect them all, just in case you didn't know you're supposed to collect them all. Now, one thing Eaglemoss is doing that I hate actually right now is putting these stupid stickers on to seal these shut. That's what this tab is for, guys. You don't need to seal these boxes shut with this when you have this tab. This actually makes it super difficult to get into the boxes, to cut this off or peel it off. I actually damaged this box in the process, so I had to put some black marker on it because I didn't want that to be white, because it peeled some of the box top off. And they're doing that with all of these that I have, the Star Trek Universe collection. So don't do that, guys. That's what this tab is for. If it was just literally this sliding in, yes, seal it. One nice slice across, people could open it up. This is not good. So anyway, let's get into the box. So first off, you see the magazine here. Great shot of the ship on the front. And down here you got some information. Class, Kaplan F-17, launched 23rd century, length 85.57 meters. So there we go. Open it up, you got the standard Eaglemoss, how to put it on the stand instructions, which is great. And here you got a nice shot of the ship from the side. Some very close-up details of the 3D model they used, which is always nice, and then some specifications. Class, Kaplan F-17, affiliation, private operator, launched 23rd century, length 85.57 meters, Captain Cristobal Rios. So, open it up. Again, some really great shots of the ships. These magazines do a really good job. Eaglemoss does a really good job with these. So Rios' ship was small, fast, maneuverable, and capable of undertaking a wide range of missions. LaSirena was a mid-sized vessel designed to be operated with a crew of half a dozen or so. So, small little ship. Next page, I always love these, is full orthos of the ship. So top, back, side, some detail shots. No specifications or writing on this at all, which is odd. They usually have something there, but that's okay. I think Eaglemoss would be winning if they made these posters available, because a lot of these ships people would want posters for. I'd want a poster of like the Enterprise C or the Enterprise, the TOS one with the full orthos of the Eaglemoss ship, bigger that people could frame. I think people would really like that. So push for that, guys. Go and tell them that Trekyards said you want posters. So designing the LaSirena, here it is without all the wacky paint scheme. Yang's design for Rios' ship was like a beefed up runabout with massive engines on either side. And it was done by concept artist Mark Yang. And yeah, so a practical, tough ship is what they were going for. And again, some of this concept art is really cool. Very much like a X-Plane experimental fighter look there. I love the ones at the top. Those feel a lot more Star Trek to me. I wish they would have gone with those. These ones down here, again, feel very good, but they almost feel like a bat plane. and there's some other really nice concept shots of the ship. So I really like those. Wish they'd gone more with that kind of thing. Here we got a nice shot of the ship here. It says, Yang placed the ship's weapons at the front of the impulse pods where they were safely away from the habitable areas of the ship. And speaking of habitable areas, you also have a full interior schematic there, a deck plan, if you will, of the ship. The next one's interesting. It's got a bunch of different color schemes and color patterns. And it says, Yang avoided putting color on the ship until everyone was happy with the shape. Once this had been signed off, he suggested several alternative paint schemes. He chose red, at least in part because it echoed the work of legendary designer Chris Foss. Now, when we talked to Doug Drexler, he avoided red on markings on like his Mirror Universe ships because red doesn't really stand out that great against a black background. I don't know how much I buy that. The yellow does pop on the ISS ships, but I think the red does look good in space, so I disagree with that a little bit, but I'm not sure I like the design, the paint scheme that they went for with this ship. Next page is the final design for the paint, and the design was still evolving as the FX model was being built. And the central section was widened, so it was big enough to hold the interiors. They actually had to modify the exterior of the ship to match the interior, which is great, because a lot of times Star Trek ships kind of forget that. The inside of the Delta Flyer, for example, is much too big to fit in the actual ship, so that's okay. Next up here, you got what's next, and that's the Zheng He, and then also coming soon, some other ones here. On the back of the magazine, a great shot of the ship from the top. Again, it's a neat looking ship. Doesn't really feel Star Trek to me, or Starfleet, I should say. A lot of people will be yelling at me in the comments. Well, it's not a Starfleet ship, so why would it? Honestly, I think the concept that he had earlier with the warp nacelles on top would have looked a lot better. But I get it. It's different. It's a civilian thing, so it's fine. So anyway, so that's the magazine. Opening up the box and taking the styrofoam out, you see it packed nicely in there. It looks really good. It's a good size. This is actually a pretty substantial weight too, but there it is in all of its painted glory. The lines on the side. Nice little engine details at the back with the blue. That's really nice. So let's just get into it. Let's take a look. Let's start at the front here with the canopy, the cockpit. Excuse me. So it's blacked out, but you got a lot of good details there. You got the LaSirena little symbol on the side, and actually the paint details are really nice on this one. It really pops. Plus you got a lot of little greeblies and things, some yellow markings. Moving to the side pods here. Again, on the sides you got some interesting paint scheme. I do like the white lines. It looks very Van Halen-esque, as people have pointed out, like the guitar, but it is cool. Should we point out that the inside of those are just black. They just have like greeblies in there, and the whole bottom of the ship is like that as well. Now, going to the bottom for a second, you can actually see the landing gear. The landing gear are right here. There's one on the back and one on the front on each side, which is nice. They obviously need to retract down to work, but still very cool. I didn't even know that those were there. So more detail on the bottom. Right here you got the white line there, some more white lines back here. So not a lot of super great paint detail on the bottom, but a lot of greebly stuff and little things like that. Flipping it back over again, going to the center of the ship. Again, some really nice line work and weathering. It's got some black weathering there, and it looks really good. It looks real, like a very realistic paint job. Moving down to the side here, you got some black squares. So I'm not sure what those are exactly, but it looks really cool. Moving to the, I guess, the warp engine pods, or the nacelles. Again, more markings like that. The front has a little bit of a vent detail, and then the back has like a blue detail. So I wish they were more. I wish there was more like blue warp chiller grill elements, but it is what it is. The bottom has a different markings. Has different markings, and of course the top does. But neat nonetheless. Now the back is interesting with these prongs. There's the two on the top there, and then two on the bottom. And if you move around to the back, there's a lot of detail in there. Like I said, there's a lot of blue elements. Center part almost looks like it could be a torpedo launcher or something, or weapon emitters, which you've never actually seen fire, I don't think. So, but the back has a lot of really impressive details. So, this thing, like I said, is pretty substantial weight-wise. The top is metal, you can tell. The bottom is plastic, but overall, it's got a good weight. It's got a good look. If you're like the LaSirena, this is a fantastic model to get. I'd give it a really high rating from Eaglemoss. This one they really took a lot of time and care into, which is great. So if it's your ship, there you go. Enjoy it. Order it because it's really great. If you want to use the discount code at the bottom of the screen there, in the description there's a link. Click that link, head on over to Eaglemoss so they know where the traffic's coming from, and then use discount code Trekyards10 to save yourself some money off this and whatever else you order. So anyway, that's it for LaSirena. We're going to go take a look at it on the stand now and look at, give it that last little showroom turn, its runway appearance. So let's head on over there. I always like flying the ships over there. It's always so much fun. Alright guys, here she is, rotating. Again, a lot of really nice detail on this one. Eaglemoss kind of went all out for this Picard hero ship. And I gotta give them props for that. That's actually pretty cool. Like some really interesting, intricate details on this thing. As much as I'm not a fan of the ship, really, it is a fantastic model. Eaglemoss really hit it out of the park with this one. So if you are a fan of LaSirena or Picard, this ship is for you guys. This is awesome. Now it's one of those ones you can put on a low shelf and looks fantastic. So many great angles and views of this thing. So it definitely works on a lower shelf. On an eye level shelf, kind of loses a little bit of the look from the side for sure. But because of the stand being angled up, you can get some impressive looks at it. And it does look quite aggressive from some angles. So eye level shelf is fantastic. Putting it on an upper shelf, again, you got that a lot of great curves, or not curves, but lines. Whoops, didn't mean to zoom in there. A lot of great lines. So I mean, the only problem with putting it, that's a great shot for an eye level shelf, but the only problem with putting it on an upper shelf is you lose all the color because it's just all black on the bottom, which is fine. I don't really like the all painted look of a Star Trek ship, but it is what it is. It's what you guys like. So depending on what you think of the ship, displaying it on whatever kind of shelf is appropriate, because it all looks good. So anyway guys, like I said, if you want to click the link down below, head on over and order yourself one of these. I would recommend it if you are a LaSirena fan, because this is a fantastically done model. I think Eaglemoss did a great job, and I guess I'm just repeating what I've been saying all along. One last thing, the fit on the stand is fantastic, so it's just a great model in general. So guys, hit that like button, comment down below what you think about the ship, whether you'll be getting it, whether you have it, whether you like it, whether you don't. Let me know, and don't forget to subscribe to both channels, Captain Foley personal channel and Trekyards, and check out other videos and or reviews by us and me. So until next time guys, I'm Captain Foley. See you later.